Ooh.
What?
The mail I got is sexy. Ooh.
Oh,
Yeah,
is
it is.
it lingerie? Is it lingerie?
No.
A top, that's
No,
right.
it's a leather.
Ooh.
Oh. So, it is lingerie. It's
I mean,
only a leather collar.
Yeah. Have a big bag of tacos. Like, she's so cute. Our tacos! Kill him! Kill him now! Fucking... My Warrior of Light has already pulled out her fucking grimoire. It's like, alright, motherfucker! You crush my tacos, I crush your skull. I cannot be held accountable for stuff that I say. Very mean! Very mean! Game easy, that's just mean. Bruh. Finish my hot
Ew.
chocolate. What?
I've still got a little coffee.
Yeah, but we were gonna do more hot chocolate, bubble.
Well, maybe you should have got a large.
My mouth tastes like mint.
Your meowth.
My mouth.
Meowth, that's right. Meowth.
Fucking scared the shit out of me. Fucking!
just like monitoring me. He's like, I'll say something embarrassing. Why not? Why not?
Multi-booba fanner win. Look, if someone draws
Multi-booba
it, I
is
don't
pretty
care
good.
if they draw like 14 individual big fat
Stop.
titties all the way down looking like a centipede. I don't care, I'll still retweet it, it'll be funny.
Request approved. Reinforcements on the way.
Join the fray.
Does mental health comrade? Nah. Alright.
Oh, Liv was loading and missed my comment.
Ah, piss. Alright. What?
It says, please wipe down equipment, yourself, others after use.
Yes.
What kind of jam have you taken us to? I thought you tried to keep these streams TOS friendly.
I mean, there's nothing innately TOS about being here. Look, what I have done here is irrelevant. Moving on. No, come back, Vice Pikmin! I mean, she's kind of shit at her job, shit.
Adler's alert or homesick alert or something.
Fucking, I got 44 Pikmin somewhere. Where the fuck are this last 35?
What your maps for?
What are they all doing there?
Well, those ones are bringing a treasure home.
There's one Pikmin somewhere.
It's up top in the kitchen.
Oh, motherfucker. Very well. We are
Oh, shit,
go.
wait.
Huh?
No, it's good. I'm joking.
Oh,
Hi.
Rude.
Hello, everybody. Welcome to D&D night. It's finally back after not being for like multiple weeks because brain problems and schedule conflicts and other things. Happy Halloween in like 3 days.
Spooktober week.
Spooktober.
October?
Yeah. So I'm not DMing
Yeah.
tonight. Linen is.
Oh shit, am I?
Yeah. And
Oh.
Linen, I will let you take the
Well
lead
done.
on this one.
Hi guys, I'm DMing tonight. How's it going? How's it going, team? How are we doing?
I am alive.
Okay, good. Liv, you alive? You solid?
Yeah, I'm good. Sorry, just pizza has arrived. Hey, come
Oh,
back
pizza.
here.
Liv's
Give
not
me a
sharing.
kiss.
That's
Yes.
right.
I'll give you one for me.
I agree.
Zeno, how are we today?
Okay.
Is an answer.
Yeah.
Yeah?
Yeah?
Oh,
Oh, boy.
Oh boy, here's where we're going. Alright. Do we want to like introduce our characters? 'Cause we are playing different people this time.
Oh yeah, we are. We
I
are.
was
aren't we?
I was gonna suggest that actually.
Yeah.
What if we let Nova play? I mean, what if?
Oh god. I'll start. So, I accidentally, oh god, fuck. Wow. Alright,
I
okay,
live.
fine, I'll play. Fucking stinky. So, I'm playing Fermi. She is an Oozborn cleric of, Kelpus. She, just has a skeleton inside her. The skeleton is her best friend, Greg. Greg died. And the Oozborn, when someone they care about dies, they take a part of them into themselves. And, they like kind of like slowly digest it and incorporate it into themselves. But because Greg died somewhere where no one will find the body, she kind of took the whole body, and he's just bones. eventually there'll be no more bones, and like she'll fully subsumed him. But like until then, she just kind of has like a human form. She takes very good care of the bones.
Does she gain massive depression when she consumes the bones?
No. This is it's like a sacred thing to them. It's like this is like it's like cremating your grandma. It's like, well, that's something that happens. Grandma
Look,
lived
do
a
you not
good
cry at
life.
funerals?
I don't get invited to funerals.
Okay, I think we'll have this conversation later.
All right, who next?
Because I think you have a core misunderstanding of how death
Oh,
rituals go.
oh,
Whoops.
whoa.
Ignore that.
All right, who
Ooh.
next? Who next?
Go ahead.
Dino, would you be so kind?
Oh yeah. How do I?
I will do it
Okay.
because I accidentally logged into my DM profile. Whoops.
Why would you do that?
Because I was
Um,
fixing things.
I am playing. Duval. That's the name.
New butthole.
No, fuck you. I'm playing Duval. He is a tiefling blessed by Dune Geth, and a blacksmith trying his best to practice the ways of the dwarves without really having any real relation to them. You know, them being mostly enslaved at this point kind of makes that a little bit difficult. But he's trying his hardest, and you know, Dune Geth sees the effort, and he gives him some inspiration.
Yeah. Like he's a descendant of some ancient smith or something, right? You said.
Yeah, like some
Yeah.
ancient smith and something, but he don't really know much about that himself. He's just like, man, I like the dwarves. Too bad I can't ask any of them for help.
Alright, Kiro, who are you?
Hello, I am playing as Mirani. Uh, he was currently studying at the Wizards College before Guillotine Man happened, and once it happened, it kind of little sparked for him, and he decided to no longer attend and decided to go out and explore the world. Kind of gain some new life knowledge because all he knew was books and studying.
Man went to Guillotine Man a single time, took some magical psilocybin, now he's an adventurer.
Yep.
So look, Simon.
Mushrooms.
Oh,
I don't recommend them.
I've never had them, so I wouldn't
Don't
know.
recommend.
I don't like mushrooms. They're muscles and brains at the same time.
They also get you really
I'm
high.
sorry?
You didn't know that, Lennon? Didn't-
it's a
mu-
thing
mush-
that I know, but it's just I don't consciously put it into that context.
Yeah, no, like they all have like literally a neural network spread among all of them, and are all a massive super brain
Yeah.
and muscles at the same time.
Show me the face of God, you fungal fuck. You cannot kill me in a way that matters.
And they're also one of the healthiest things you can eat, which is also weird.
Yeah.
I feel like there's a monkey's paw there, but we just
Yep.
haven't figured out that monkey's paw yet.
So, they also think and they also hold grudges.
Mm.
So, yeah, if you kill a mushroom and it's able to find some way to identify you, it will tell everything else in its mycelial network. There was a guy who would just go around kicking mushrooms, and then there was this one really big mushroom that was like one that like kind of like shoots spores into the air. Shot spores right into his fucking mouth, and he died.
Hell
What are
yeah.
you talking about?
Yeah.
Don't worry about it, Lennon. I don't know. Like, part of that's probably true. Part of it's probably Liv's schizophrenic delusions. But
Like,
you know, we gotta parse those somehow.
yeah, part of me is just like, I swear I've seen this movie.
Oh.
Mm. Liv is a creature of half truths.
I've noticed.
A being of chaos. A being of infinite change.
No, it's just most of the stuff you don't know what you're talking about.
Shut the fuck up. Alright,
Hey, Liv,
yes.
where did Guillotine Man take place? I'm scratching my brain on that.
It took place in Powder Keg.
Ah, yeah. That's irrelevant to anything. I was just curious because my memory's poor.
Hmm?
Friends, you want to play some D&D?
Yes.
Maybe.
Maybe.
I mean, that's kind of why I showed up.
Oh, okay. I mean, I was gonna be like, if you're unsure, we could do something else. D&D it is. So the three of you find yourselves traveling with I wouldn't exactly call it a wagon or a caravan. I mean, the part that you guys are in is mostly like a caravan, pulling something of a wagon. It's a large wooden crate. And all you really know is that you are transporting a prisoner. Allegedly a dangerous prisoner.
Ooh. We don't
And you
have
find yourselves at the roots of the Kisselin Mountains, headed towards the Dalen Forest. It's snowy. Not too snowy, lightly snowy. Liv will have to fill you in on what month it would be in our crisp autumn. I'm assuming we have autumn in this realm.
It's the week before Varingsfall, so like it's the oh god, I didn't write this calendar. I need to double check. Fuck. It's the month of Talon. There's actually the same. I'm pretty sure it's actually the same month as in the regular campaign. Actually, I'm pretty sure it's still Talon in the Monday game.
Talon?
Yeah, Talon. Telen.
Thank you. Talon. So one moment. Sorry, I had to cough. I apologize.
You're fine.
Could you?
Okay. Our caravan approaches the what do I want to call it? Well, I suppose the edge of the forest, where the kingdom of Estelia, on their half of the border, clear cuts to ensure the elves don't encroach more on their land, in their opinion, encroach on their land. But you find yourselves at this border. The day is drawing to an end, and you have decisions to make. Do you stop here and rest for the night, or do you make your way through the woods? You do know you have a strict schedule to keep.
Are we currently on schedule?
Do we know how strict right now? Like, are we are you running the clock already, or do we have leeway?
I wouldn't say you're running the clock, but I wouldn't say you have too much extra time.
Like, not 12 hours worth.
Uh, you don't have a full day. From there, it would be you definitely don't have a full day. 12 hours you might be able to pull that. But if you run into trouble in the woods,
Hmm.
Hmm. Fermi has a question.
Sure.
So, I am a cleric of storm, a tempest cleric, right? Like
Yes.
mostly like sea related, but like weather is my jam, right?
Mhm.
I would like to pray to the good boy and know if the weather
The
is
good
going to
boy.
be bad tomorrow.
Seeing as you're the one who's made this subclass
I didn't make the subclass.
for
Tempest cleric
the
is
or
base.
the your sorry, um, your god.
Yes.
I'm assuming this is something that like is within the realm of that.
Yeah. I mean, I would
Okay.
assume so. It's
Is that a in the book thing that you can do?
I mean, I'm kind of just praying to my god and hoping for guidance. I'm trying to check the cleric rules, but 5e Tools has removed the classes that aren't in the 2024 reprint. Eh. So I'm honestly
Can't believe
trying
we
to.
actually
I mean,
actually
I'll
need to use the books now. Damn it.
no. You know what? It's fine. It's fine. My goal. Sorry, my goal was not to stick to strict book rules. Honestly, I wanted to have more fun with it. More fun with it. I just said D&D is not fun indirectly. Oh no.
Oh my god. Okay,
I mean, like,
I would like to dunk on D&D 2024 for a second.
Please do.
Your stats no longer determine how many spells you can prepare. What the
what
fuck?
does? What
Your
does?
level.
Wait,
What?
what's the point of having a high statted character?
Yeah. I don't understand.
Wait, but no, your level already did.
No, it's your it's affected. No, it was your level plus your wisdom
Yeah, your level already
modifier.
affected it. So
Yeah.
now there's just no equation whatsoever. It's
No.
just straight number.
Level 1, you get 4 spells. That's it.
Also,
Somebody-
everyone is a known spellcaster now. Got it.
Yeah.
Somebody should make a new
Uh,
system.
Yeah, like we
Well,
should
it
probably
doesn't
call it
suck.
something cool, like I don't know, spunky or something. I don't know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, I hear
Keep
Kobold
working
Press
on
made
that one. I think we'll get there.
I heard Kobold Press made that one system, so there's that.
Yeah. I mean, I also hear that there is a really cool goblin and a really cool dole working on.
Yeah,
Pretty cool.
that happens on Mondays right here, doesn't it?
Yeah, they were supposed to do it today, but they didn't because the dole was sleepy.
It's on Monday, isn't it?
Yeah,
God, it feels like a completely different day.
it is. Okay, sorry. Wisdom modifier plus my cleric level. Sorry, I was killing time because I realized I have 58 spells prepared and I shouldn't.
Wow. Okay.
Lou,
Hell yeah.
Because I just imported all of my spells.
Oh.
Okay. No. I'll. What does this look like? Tell me about you praying to your god.
So Fermi is going to go find a place like a little bit away from like where we've stopped.
Mhm.
Bonus points if there's water, or if I could make like water, or like snow
There's
melt or
snow.
something. Yeah.
There's like a it's probably like a half-inch covering of snow. It's not a lot.
Okay, I'm gonna use my warhammer and I'm gonna like dig out like a little.
Not a lot.
Huh? I think so.
Is a half-inch covering of snow a lot? I don't
Yeah.
know on your guys' standards. I'm
No.
Canadian.
Not super. It's like what? That's like what? Like no, that's not. That's not a lot.
It's
Just
not
half-
a lot.
Okay, good.
Okay, so an inch is is the space between your thumb knuckle, like the middle thumb knuckle, and the tip of your thumb, and half inch is half of that.
Yeah.
It's not very deep.
Okay, good.
Is that what you wanted?
Yeah, I just didn't know if my expectations for snow are off because of Canada.
Canada. Right. So yeah, I'm gonna use my warhammer. I'm gonna like make like a little basin of like compacted snow, and I'm going to grab some like other snow, and I'm gonna put it, and I'm gonna like loosely pack it into the little basin I've made. I'm going to use my I'm gonna like put like a candle down, right? What? Cause I have like 10 of these bitches, and I'm going to use the candle to melt and make like a small little pool, little puddle, right?
Mhm.
And I'm going to use that to try and communicate with the god of the sea, and try and see if I can get like, like, hey, like, is the weather gonna be shitty? Like, do we need to keep moving, or are we gonna get like if we were to stop for the night, would we get like caught up in like a rainstorm or something, like a thunderstorm or something just bad? Are the vibes good? Is what I'm asking.
Are the vibes good? You kneel over this makeshift altar you've like created, and kind of like light the candle and hold your hands around it. If this is appropriate, I don't want to say what
Yeah.
you're doing.
There you go.
But kneeling over this with your hands is kind of around the flame of the candle. After a moment, you see the flame flickers for a moment, and then the snow in the water in this little snow basin ripples, and then begins to frost over.
Ah. Is that bad vibes?
You can interpret it how you would like to.
Okay, so Fermi's gonna go, oh no. Like, she's gonna assume it's a snowstorm. She is water based, so like being in snow, like, it's not gonna kill her, but like it's not great.
Mhm.
And also, as a newsborn, I need double water rations, otherwise I might die. She's gonna go back to everyone, like, kind of like she's just gonna like run. Like, you just kind of like hear like the soft like slapping of like her slime body against like her armor and like the floor and everything. She's like, guys, we can't stop. There's gonna be a snowstorm tomorrow. If we stay here, we're gonna get stuck, and then we'll get in trouble.
Lennon,
Yes.
I would like to grab a rock and throw it in the air.
Of course, go for it.
Thank you for the resub, Cadabog.
Okay. Now, Lennon, does it land towards the forest or not?
Oh, that's a good question.
Wait, are you just flipping a coin?
That's what
It's a
it sounds
rock.
like.
I am throwing a rock in the air and making it dictate what I do. Yes.
Oh, okay, yeah. So functionally, you're flipping a coin. All right.
Functionally, yes, but
Uh,
yeah, I'll just roll a 172.
sure, that's acceptable.
A
A
one.
1.
Cool.
Right, Lennon,
You,
which would 1 be? Uh-oh.
I'm running it the same as a D20. One's failed. One's low, two's high. You've done this to yourself.
Damn it.
So, I mean, so the harder
you
thing to do would be to go into the woods overnight. So I would say that counts as the fail on that one.
well, what I was about to say is, sorry, would you remind me your character's name?
Duval.
Duval.
Yeah.
Duval throws a rock up into the air, and just about at the peak of its arc and of its ascent, the wind picks up, and just a slight push towards the, I wouldn't really say an opening in the forest. There's a path, but it's it's pretty dense. But no, the rock does land with a thud and roll slightly towards the woods.
All right. Can't
Was it-
argue with the rock.
was
Woods
that
it
a-
is.
Was that a sign from your god too?
Maybe I just trust the rock.
That's fair. I trusted an ice cube once. It's never served me wrong.
Mm.
The rock.
How's
Oh,
our wizard feeling?
I mean, he he's very confused as to everything that's been taking place, just because he's been watching from the distance. He has no clue what god supposedly that our little slime friend has talked to, and he's just now noticed that somebody is suggesting that we go into the woods based off of throwing a rock. But he has no knowledge of how adventuring works. He is just going along with the ride as he is just kind of taking notes as, you know.
Have you made it known that you don't know about Burmese God? Like at any point?
I mean, I feel like this would not be the first time that Fermi has tried to convene with their god. So I would say that it is known that Morani has no clue about Fermi's god.
she's gonna come up and be like, "Oh God, what's your character's name? My brain,
Morani.
Arani. Um,
Let's see if it shows up.
I put pizza in my
Oh,
mouth.
it's in chat.
Good timing.
Great
Alright.
timing.
So yeah, so Fermi's gonna go over to Marani and be like, and she's gonna she's gonna be holding her holy symbol, and the holy symbol for Kelpus, because he is a dog, it's a small bone, and it crossed with an anchor. She's gonna be like, you gotta trust Kelpus. He's a very good boy. He would never do anyone wrong. He made my people out of his slobber.
That sounds quite messy, but
Oh,
I
he's an old dog. Old dogs, they get like that jowl thing. They can't quite like pull them together properly anymore.
I I just have to take your word for it. I don't know.
She's gonna reach into her pack and she's gonna pull out like a small squeaky ball, squeaky ball. Squeeze it twice, like squeaky squeaky. Gonna hand it to you and be like, all right, well, if you're ever traveling over water, make sure you like squeak this twice and throw it into the water, and then make sure that you have a good journey.
Right, just like furiously takes notes about what to do over crossing the open water as he stuffs the ball away into his pack.
All right, so yeah, so Kelpus says that we're probably gonna have like an ice storm if we stay here, so we should probably go. That or he's out of water. It's hard to tell. He is a dog. Pretty sure there's an ice storm though. And the rock that Duval threw said that we should go in. And I mean, I don't know like what god Duval worships, but like Duval's part rock. That rock is rock. So clearly, why would rock steer rock wrong? Infallible logic.
Perfect logic.
Oh. I mean, Uzborn all help each
As
other.
Fermi
Sorry.
as Fermi finishes their explanation of their logic, the three of you hear a pounding from the crate you are meant to deliver. So this thing's probably like, I want to say, let's say it's a 5-foot square and about 8 feet tall.
Oh.
Okay.
It's a very sturdy. I want to say, like I'm calling it a wooden crate. Because I don't have a better word for it. It's I would say that it's better constructed. It's a wooden box. More than just a crate. It's well constructed. But it is on a wagon of sorts. And that is connected to what kind of animals you guys want. You guys like horses? You guys like oxes? What kind of...
I mean,
What's leading your wagon art thing?
Ugh. Uh, what animal have we not used yet? I think we've used swamp striders, and I think we've used carriage cats. I don't think we've used horses or the salamanders or anything.
I don't think we've like ever just actually had horses.
Okay, but horses are boring.
I mean, unless, yeah, I don't know.
Do horses
Kind of.
then. Do horses then.
Horses are boring. I don't want them to be big birds. Chocobos?
That's what the swamp striders are.
Oh, have we done? Yeah.
Oh wait, no, you're not in that. It's that's my Thursday game. They have
I
swamp
was about to
strider.
say, I
They have
do
a-
not remember Swamp Striders.
They
Okay.
have a swamp strider.
We designed some type of axe beak at one point.
Yeah, they're massive, like bipedal, like flightless birds, and they are extremely fucking ornery. But like, they're cold resistant. They don't spook easily, and they are very I don't know, like they're not like loyal's not the right word. Like, if something is attached to their cart and it's supposed to be there, they are dutiful in making sure it gets where it needs to go. Dependable, that's the word. I don't know. I'm down for swamp striders. Yes, no.
Are they? I mean, if you're going with a big bird, I'm tempted to just be like, it's a big cassowary.
Okay. That's basically
like a
what that's
cassowary.
basically what a swamp
Yeah.
strider is.
But also, it could just be a horse.
Yeah. Oh,
What do you want, a bird or a horse?
I vote bird. Dino, Carol?
I mean, bird it is.
I don't know if like they're like just not there, or if Discord broke.
Neither.
You don't want either?
No. Discord did not break. Oh, Kira got a phone call.
Yeah.
Um.
Do you have a preference for pack animal?
Not really. I'm half expecting Lennon to kill this thing the second we enter the woods.
Swamp strider it is.
I was also going to say, preferably not reptile, seeing as how we're going through a cold area.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Bird would work.
Oh, what if it's a moose?
Oh my god.
It's a moose.
Alright.
Okay.
I'm
Can't
sorry,
like-
I'm Canadian. We got there.
I'm about to say a
Aren't those,
Canadian
like,
ass shit.
impossible to domesticate?
Not with magic.
It's an awakened moose. He's doing it because he's getting paid.
A wizard did it.
It's an awakened moose, and he's doing this to put his kids through
I
college.
mean, in a world where you can talk to an animal, you can work out something.
No.
Look, all I'm saying is the fact that your people, Lennon, have never domesticated moose.
Yeah, this is true. I think they're not. They're probably not domesticatable, but this is a fantasy game.
Okay.
They are quite large.
They are large.
And very
I don't-
aggressive.
Okay, I think I should not be that impulsive and give you a moose, because a moose is actually dangerous. So is a
Are they-
cassowary.
Don't moose have a high tendency of just attacking people because
They kind of do. They don't like things.
isn't it like
What they-
because they're a prey animal, they're both afraid and angry at everything?
I don't know. A moose is an apex predator. That's all I know. It's not a prey animal.
You can give us like reindeer or
Fucking
elk.
terrifying.
Mhm.
Oh, a
If you-
reindeer would be wonderful. That's
if you
kind of
wanted
cool.
to go that route.
Yeah. Oh, that's fun. You guys want a reindeer?
Yeah, alright.
It's a caribou.
Caribou.
Did you know they're the same thing?
Did not know that.
A caribou and a reindeer. Apparently, they're the same thing.
Oh, I need to pass on a joke from my brain that is a little off color, but not super off color.
This is your stream, so it's your call.
Yeah. The reindeer's name is Adolf. He's doing this because he's
Oh,
got an
no.
unfortunate name and he's jealous of his big brother Rudolph.
Oh no. I'm not canonizing
Why?
this. I'm not canonizing this.
Why? Why?
I'm
Lou?
sorry. I'm sorry. Sometimes I receive like messages from beyond and I need to give them. Ah!
Don't listen to the crystalline entity.
Alright. So we have a caribou pulling our wagon. But So as
The
this
caribou just kind of like kicks at the ground and snorts once or twice.
so as this thing is happening, there's this
Mhm.
banging from the thing.
Mm.
I'm gonna Fermi's going to like just kind of look at it like, oh well, we don't want that. She's going to kneel down and over the course of like 5-10 minutes, ritual cast silence on the box. All better.
Okay, hold on. Does silence move with something if you cast it like around a thing?
I mean, darkness does. I don't see why silence wouldn't.
You know what? It doesn't matter. I'm being like too stickler for the rules right now. It works. It works how we need it to work for this episode.
Yeah. So
no. You have silenced the cube. Cube?
Yeah, square. Fermi just kind of like
Yes.
does like the dust off hands thing, and you just hear like the wet squelch as they. All right. Well, that should not, that should keep us safe from anyone and like attracting
I
any
don't like
attention.
that imagery.
So like as this so this box like as it's like it's completely dead silent, but you just see it rattling as the thing inside is just going bang bang.
I don't know that you would see that it's rattling because I feel for reasons that I will not say that would not be happening.
Okay, that's fair.
But I mean, at most you might get that like not a rattle, but that vibration. If you were to touch it, you could tell something's pounding on the other side.
Okay.
Mm-hmm. The box is silenced. You have your caribou. You have your. I think at first I established that it's somewhat of like a I want to say a carriage and then a wagon pulling like the things on a wagon.
Mm-hmm.
A wagon, not a wagon. Trailer. That's
Yeah.
the word I wanted. It's a trailer type situation connected to a whatever the word I said was.
Yeah, I know what you mean. So Fermi's
My
gonna
brain
climb.
didn't work.
Fermi's gonna climb
Go ahead.
back on the carriage, and just be
Uh-huh.
like, and just like grab the reins of the caribou and be like, "All right, so that's only gonna last for like 10 minutes. We should probably get moving because I've heard a little bit about these woods. I don't think we want to be getting attention. Also, don't touch the trees."
What do you know of the Dalen Woods?
Oh, that's a
Jeremy?
good point. Sorry, I should have done a history check on that, shouldn't I?
No, that's fine. You know what you know.
Yeah. Sorry. So okay, I'll just say it. So Fermi knows the, like, so she was so she, as a cleric, she was trained in like the basic religion, so she knows about her god, of course, and she has like of course, like because her god is the pet of the god of life and the god of death. She knows about them. So by like extension, basically, like tangential knowledge, she knows about Kisalan and Sikanal, like those two gods as well. So she
Mhm.
knows that on top of that mountain is an asshole god, and somewhere in these woods is another asshole god, and that asshole god really does not like people touching his trees. And that is like the breadth of her knowledge. It's like it's like learning about the Crusades because you were raised Jewish, you know? It's not explicitly relevant to you, but it's like tangentially relevant to you. You know what I mean?
I gotcha.
Yeah. Like, oh yeah, our cousins over in the Christian church went and like they just murdered a bunch of Arabian people in the 1200s, but like it's not really relevant to us. But you probably didn't know that it happened, kind of thing, you know. That's yeah, that's it. First, you have anything to say?
Would
Hmm?
would Mirani technically have any kind of knowledge about said woods?
That's a good question.
I don't necessarily know if that would be a topic that would be kind of gone over during his time at the Wizards College.
Well,
Fine,
I would say are you not a half elf?
I am. And
what
a wood
half are
elf.
you? Oh, that means
Wood.
you're half Dalen, so you would know this. Yeah, wood elves
This
are.
is
Yeah,
this is family to you.
yeah, like
Well,
yeah. Do
maybe.
you have Do you have antler spots then?
I mean,
Because
Small.
Dalen exiles, their antlers fall off, but they leave like little nubs. I don't actually know how that would work with half elves.
See, this is just sudden extra lore that Kiro did not necessarily have at the time of character creation, I think.
I'm sorry.
So feel free to make on the fly decisions here.
No, how much? How much do you know the elven side of your family?
We're gonna say not much, just because Mirani is more towards the younger side of his age, and he would have had to have gone off to schooling from an early age. Could I possibly make what, nature check?
It'd be a history check, wouldn't it? Because it's
History?
literally history.
Okay.
I mean, you're a wizard. You got good int, so
Yeah. I mean,
Jesus. All right, Lennon. How much does he know? How much do I need to tell him?
proficiencies.
Hero, as a player, is this a point where you want the DM to like pick up the slack and give you like some backstory, or do you just want the info to build a backstory? I have some ideas that I can just fill out of what you would know of your own life, and
If you don't mind, go ahead.
sure. You're aware of your heritage, most likely. But being a half elf, it's not apparent to anyone else that like you're clearly part elven. But half elves, their horns don't come in till they're quite a bit older, if they do at all.
Ooh, I like that.
So you've kind of been given the privilege of living your life away from the Dalen Woods, and the privilege of experiencing life not surrounded by bigots. So you do have some awareness of this being your heritage, but I think you've probably avoided trying to be connected to it and trying to learn more than just a base level. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah. How you feel about it exactly, that's all you, but
I would say that there's mostly no super emotional connection, just because, as you said, I've mainly lived life away from it.
Mhm.
So it is good to be back in what is essentially hometown,
Well,
quote unquote.
your elven ancestor would have been exiled.
do you
Ah,
Yeah.
would you think that maybe like you said you're new to adventuring?
yeah.
Would this maybe be the reason that you took this specific job? Was just to have that like one experience of being like, You know what? I'm gonna see where my people come from.
Was it known where we were going to be going to beforehand?
Oh, absolutely. Nobody's gonna send you on this job without telling you what's where you're going through.
That tell us where we're going, just not what we're transporting.
Yeah.
Yeah, pretty much. Well, you know what you're transporting. You're transporting a prisoner.
You know what? Fair enough. I think it would be a very good inspiration, like reasoning for why Mirani would accept this being their first adventure.
Cool.
Be good.
I like doing
Trying
backstory
to-
on the fly sometimes. It's fun.
Trying to gain the knowledge of his elven heritage.
Why is Fermi here?
So Fermi is here because when she came out of the ocean,
Mhm.
she did the first thing that most Oozborn do is she tried to find friends. Oozborn live in communal habitats on the seafloor, and as a result, they're very, very societal based. They get lonely very easily. So first thing she decided to do was be an adventurer, and nobody really wanted to take up with her because she came she came ashore um near like the Komonger tribes area, like the up north. And the people up there are very, very superstitious. They do not make a unified nation. They are very, very distrusting of outsiders because a lot of outsiders view them as savages, or they will get them confused with their cousins over in Varingshold, who are, bloodthirsty raiders. And her being a weird creature that came out of the ocean, she was not really accepted all that well, except when Greg came through. Greg was a paladin of, um, sorry, a paladin dedicated to Nore, the goddess, one of the goddesses of the moons, and he was visiting to basically like negotiate with the Komonger for like cattle grazing, like from Karnir. And they met up. They got all chummy, and Greg convinced her to become an adventurer. And then Greg died.
Or Greg.
And poor Greg. In order to basically because he died in a place where like no one would like find him. So to fulfill her cultural burial practices, because she doesn't know human burial practices, she subsumed his bones and all that, like keep him with her. But she also didn't want his dream of being like this great adventurer to die. So until his bones fully dissolve, she's going to continue taking jobs as an adventurer and trying to gain as much renown as she can. And because Greg is visibly, there, she is translucent, albeit he is bones now. Like she feels that that'll get him notoriety as well, which is what he wanted more than anything.
That's really cute.
Yeah.
You know,
It's I mean
I've
it's
forgotten your character's name again.
ball. Zeno?
Yeah, what's up?
Lennon forgot your character's name. I reminded her.
Oh, I thought she was talking to you. My bad.
No. I'm assuming because you said Fermi like 3 times in the sentence.
Oh, is your character's name Fermi?
Yeah, her name is Fermi. Yeah, it's a pun because she's firm.
Damn it. So silly. Sorry, once again, Zeno, your character's name?
Duval.
Oh.
Duval doesn't really have any relation to the woods per se.
Mm-hmm.
It's
Thank you, Lynn.
mainly Yes, thank you. It's mainly just job. Job so he can hopefully get money for his blacksmithing career, because that is his passion.
Makes sense.
Yeah. He would
See-
probably like have very limited knowledge of this place, if any, and kind of even after being given like extreme warnings, would still be kind of just like, well, it's a forest. I get that forest's scary, but like end of the day, it's just a forest, right?
I have a
Ooh.
question.
Mm,
At the end of the day, it's just a forest, right? I have a
yeah.
question. I have a
Mm,
question. Feel free to dodge this if you haven't developed this much, because this is just a one shot, and we didn't need this much. And if you went this far, I'm actually surprised. But you're a tiefling.
yeah.
I'm curious what your parents were like.
It was just on the surface basic human parents, but it was I've developed the ancestry more than direct parents, but I
Okay.
can kind of infer that you know human parents of a once great blacksmith lineage that used to be in a good relationship with the dwarves, but you know, shit happens.
Mhm.
One of
And
your
so
parents
now
was
they're
probably a tiefling or had tiefling traits, though, because it
yeah,
passes.
yeah, of course. But where we're at now, most of the family's fallen from grace quite a bit to being kind of low notoriety blacksmiths, and he kind of tried to regain the notoriety that his family once had when the dwarves were their own empire and not glorified Bradley. So yeah,
Mhm.
I do not know much about these woods.
Understood. All right. So you're your prisoner silenced, and you're at the I don't want to say the foot of the woods. That's not right. Like you say, like the foot of a hill or a mountain, not
Edge.
woods. Edge of the woods, and the entrance to the woods, the edge of the woods. Um,
One of them.
so far you've been on like a nice little like I wouldn't say it's a road, but it's a well ridden path. And it seems to continue that way for a bit into the woods.
Hmm.
Mm-hmm.
Mhm.
So we have decided then, based off of the rock and convening with your appropriate deities.
And if we don't, like, I imagine we're probably going to wind up having, issues with a snowstorm. And I don't know about you, but I don't do cold weather very well. I do not wish to freeze solid.
It's also really cute.
She's gonna like mush the caribou on, um, and she's gonna like just kind of let a warning. People be like, "Hey, so can one of you like just keep an eye in front of the thing? We probably don't want to touch the trees or like any like sticks or any like loose foliage."
I feel like that might be a little difficult as we are going through the woods.
I mean, yeah, but like you can like brush loose sticks out of the path or like warn if there's like a route that can go around it.
The caribou begins to trot forward. Um, the wheels of your carriage and the wagon trailer behind it just creak and begin rolling. And you make your way into the woods.
They can't create Glimmer. They
Uh,
have the silence spell on them for the next 10 minutes.
Well, on the box, how big's the range? Whatever.
20
Sure.
feet.
Acceptable. Nothing creaks.
So we
Well,
can't
the
even
carriage
talk to each
creaks.
other.
The carriage. Well, yeah, huh?
I have the message spell. It's fine.
All right. Specifics aside, you make your way into the woods, and it's not long before you notice that the light. Well, I wouldn't say the light's dimmed. The light is less. There's less and less light breaking through the canopy as you go deeper into the woods down this path, till eventually it's just specks of light, almost like stars above you. And the creeping fog. Just just a low level ominous fog, the kind that seeps out of the woods around the edges of the trail. Um, did that work? No? No.
What are you trying
Liv,
to
why
do?
does your thing not work?
What are you trying to do?
Showing just this specific thing.
You'll be able to right click it and
Yeah,
it should be like a show to players.
there's literally a show player's image.
Yeah, and then is that not working?
I don't know. There we go. I had to input something.
Okay. Ooh,
Did that work?
that worked.
Oh,
Well, that's creepy.
Ooh, spooky.
it's just woods. It's fine, everybody. It's okay.
I got a bad feeling about this.
The trail seems to just stretch onward. As you go, you hear, well, normal forest noises. You hear the odd rodent, I would say. I wouldn't guarantee it's a squirrel or a mouse or any of that sort. Um, just creatures in the underbrush, small birds, large birds, occasionally. The odd owl makes an appearance. But after some time, maybe what feels like even like an hour and a half into your trip into the woods here, just you've become accustomed to those noises. You've become accustomed to the sounds of just almost a peaceful forest. And all at once, it stops. And the silence around you is almost deafening.
I so Fermi is going to feel a bit uncomfortable. And she's going to like while she's like mushing the caribou along slowly. Like she is specifically moving slowly because she's heard like damage to trees, you die. So she's trying to like make sure. She's going to hold her holy symbol, and she's going to cast Detect Evil and Good.
Interesting.
So within 30 feet of her, if there is anything aberrant, celestial, elemental, fey, fiend, or undead, I know exactly where it's located. And in addition, I know within 30 feet if there is something that has been consecrated or desecrated. And it lasts for 10 minutes.
Interesting.
Um,
Does it tell you specifically what type of thing it is, or just that there is one of those types of things?
it does not specify. I think that's DM
Just
discretion
if there just is a thing
and where it is.
and where
This
it is.
this does also mean that I have to drop concentration on the ritual silence spell, so we can make sound again.
Interesting.
I hate the way you say that. Yeah.
What do you
So-
mean? It's just interesting.
Mhm. So from everyone else's perspective, all of a sudden the cart is making noise again, and Fermi is like
Yeah.
muttering a small prayer in Aquan.
So, whether a place or object within 30 feet of you is magically consecrated or desecrated.
Mm-hmm. Like a temple or like a necromancer's lair or something like that.
I
Okay.
mean, I wouldn't your senses just like this is me asking for DM Liv's opinion.
Mm-hmm.
Would Fermi's senses not just like ping everything on consecrated?
On consecrated, yes, it would ping the entire forest, and like her eyes would just go
Yeah.
wide, be like, oh. But like, it would not. I do not think it would overwhelm her because that is a separate sense than the
Yeah.
aberration, celestial, whatever.
Yeah. You don't sense a specific aberration, celestial, elemental, fey, fiend, or undead within 30 feet of you. You do sense just at the edge of that range of this sense that the spell gives you. Part of this consecrated woods has been desecrated.
Oh. So the rest of you see Fermi just kind of like she stops her prayer mid flow and is like, "Oh, hey guys, we might want to stop for a minute."
Why? You just said we needed to get going.
Okay, yeah, but two things. One, this entire forest is lighting up like a church.
Okay.
Like this entire forest is consecrated ground. There is some sort of god here and very, very much protective of every single one of these trees. Second, there's a copse of trees over like yonder, like she kind of like gestures in the direction, that is desecrated, which generally means that something like something maybe not on par with the thing that consecrated this entire forest, but at the very least something that's like really rough, has just absolutely fucked that area over there. I don't think going into these woods was a good idea. Like, period. I don't know who gave us this route, but it was definitely a really dumb idea of them.
I wonder if it was planned.
Uh, should we go and see if we can figure out like what the desecration is? We know maybe what we're working with. Like maybe there's like a necromancer here. You know, maybe. Yeah, maybe you know there's something else. Like maybe if we deal with the problem, maybe we'll be able to go through the woods without getting scalped. Well, I mean, you guys would get scalped. I think I would just get like I don't know. What would they do to me? Actually, she gets kind of distracted. She's kind of like trying to think.
Right. But yes, But don't you think they just blame us for being in these woods? Like you said, very protective, right?
Yeah, that's true.
Liv, can I have a perception?
All right. Perception check. Am I missing some? Does cleric only get three skills?
I don't know.
I'm unsure.
Well, it's a 6, so
Okay. I have nothing. I have nothing to follow that with. That was a 6.
okay. So I don't know. What's your guys' thought? I'm gonna maintain concentration on this detect evil and good, by the way.
That's a good idea. I mean, wait, that was not a thing to say as a DM. Is it?
Don't worry about it.
It's all a trap. Don't worry.
It's all a trap. Count of Linen setting us up for a big TPK.
I could always possibly summon up a friend to potentially check out the area before we get there.
Oh, you could do like find familiar, right?
Mm-hmm.
Do we want to just like wait here and you just kind of like send your familiar over to have a look?
I mean, it is possible.
Okay. I'm down to wait like a minute.
Mirani starts preparing the ritual to summon up his familiar, and it is an owl.
Owl.
Oh, cute. What kind of owl?
Snowy owl.
Cute.
Big white bird.
Does owl have a name?
I have not thought of one, no.
So what would you like to do? What would you like your owl to do? Tell me
Obviously,
about this.
The owl is going to fly above the tree line because Mirani was instructed by Fermi to not touch the trees. So he relayed that message to the owl. Fermi, which direction were you getting the desecrated feeling from?
It's a good question, Lennon.
Is it along our path or is it out of the way?
It is not along the path. If I said that we were going west, which would be accurate to what I've been thinking this whole time, it would be on your right, so to the north.
Yeah, she's gonna point northward and be like, just that way, it's like right on the edge of my senses, so like maybe like 30, 35 feet.
Okay.
Not that far. Like a 6-second walk.
Yeah, you know what? That does put it into perspective for some reason. But yeah. So Mirani is going to instruct the owl to basically fly overhead, try to use its vision to, see exactly if anything looks particularly different with the area. If anything were to, I don't know, just like any kind of magical signs, I guess, of what could possibly be affecting the area.
Your owl takes flight. Your owl takes flight, and it takes it a minute to reach the top of the tree line. These are tall trees.
Extremely tall.
Very tall.
Very tall.
I imagine them as very tall, but not like a redwood type tall. Like maybe redwood type tall, but not redwood type girth.
Yeah. I mean, this is a very
why
snowy
did I
area,
choose
so they'd be
girth?
like pine, wouldn't they?
Yeah. They're definitely taller than your average just pines.
Yeah, like these trees are like thousands of years old and protected by an angry god, so I could imagine.
But what that is to say is that From this height and this density of forest, you cannot see. You can't see anything in the canopy that would look like desecration.
I see.
Maybe you need to
Too
fly
much.
lower.
I mean, so this is 100 feet within me, so I could technically see through the familiar's eyes and communicate with it.
Okay, so 50 feet is a Godzilla. Liv, how tall are your trees? They're not a Godzilla.
They are not a Godzilla. They're like a King Kong at best.
Which King Kong? Because if it's
Second.
MonsterVerse, then that's roughly like
No.
Skull Island. That's roughly a Godzilla.
No. Like the first King Kong remake. Or like not the original King Kong.
Oh, the
But,
one
like-
with the T-Rexes.
Yes.
Oh, that's pretty good. Yeah, that's like. I don't know. I want to. Yeah, that's a little less than a Godzilla.
It's like 3/4 of a Godzilla.
So I guess that wouldn't make the trees extremely tall, but that would still make them tall enough.
Mm-hmm.
Is
They
there
are-
any kind of
They are imposing.
opening for my little owl friend to essentially slip between the canopy?
The only opening is that of the pathway itself.
I mean, if they're pine trees, they're not that. Pine trees aren't usually that tightly packed, are they?
They are.
Are they? Okay. I haven't seen a pine
Liv,
forest in a while, so.
You need to get out more, Liv. You're in Michigan. They're all over the place.
From the canopy, especially, they would be.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, Liv.
If it's old, like if it's old growth, like dense forest, they could definitely be. Especially if all the trees are healthy,
Mm-hmm.
which sounds like what the inhabitants of this forest are ensuring.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, that's a good question, Liv. So these are pine trees, right?
Yeah, these ones are, yeah.
Does the pine disease exist in your world?
If it does, it's not on these trees.
Okay.
The elves. No, you know what? No, I'm not gonna say it. Lennon knows what I was gonna say, but I'm not gonna say it. Elves. That's the
Maybe.
answer.
Elves.
Elves.
Oh yeah, the elves are the trees, I forgot.
Yep.
I've renamed the owl's name to be Aaron.
I mean, I guess if if you could fly it back here and you could go like, I guess if you went slowly, maybe you can kind of squeeze through the trees. I mean, would they know the difference between a familiar owl and an owl?
I mean, unless you have like general owls can be magical in the world, I would assume that there'd be at least traces of magic on familiar owl.
Oh, this is Fermi asking, so.
Ah.
Ah. I'm not gonna say shit. I know the answer, but I ain't gonna say. Fermi doesn't.
So, should I try to have Aaron fit between the trees?
And we probably should know what's doing that desecration, in case, it decides to come for us.
Should we perhaps continue along our route so we potentially get a head start?
I mean, how far can you get from your owl?
I mean, so long as it's within 100 feet, I can still communicate with it.
Okay. Well, I'll start mushing us on, and you try and figure out what's in the desecration. Yeah?
This is acceptable.
And she's gonna like wait. She's gonna make sure that our currently blinded wizard is seated on the wagon, and then
Yep.
mush the caribou.
The pardon. The caribou begins to trot forward and slowly picks up speed as your carriage and trailer wagon. I don't know. I keep wanting to say wagon.
Just say trailer.
Okay, trailer. Jeez. Um. Again, creaks forward. Our owl. Are you just sending our owl straight to check this out? Like, are we going to?
I was about to say, should I try to make a dexterity in terms of
Do some owl acrobatics.
Oh, how dare you?
Oh,
But yes,
That did not roll
essentially-
off the tongue in a good way. I didn't
no,
like
it did though. Acrobatics. It's fine. I love it.
No.
Nope. I regret it. How dexterous are owls? Owls are good at the forest. Owls don't need to do a dexterity check for flying through the woods. This is its home.
No, owls
Uh,
are silent flyers, right?
Yeah.
yes.
A snowy owl absolutely is.
Why not? Isn't like every owl like they have silent flying at the trade-off that they can't get wet ever?
Yeah, and they are not the fastest flyers. They're like the slowest flyer, but they can fly silently.
Yeah.
Have any of you seen a snowy owl like in person?
I have.
Like in nature, I mean, not in a zoo?
Yeah, I have.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. What Kiro just described is very true. They fly so slowly, it's so weird. It's like surreal to see them. They're also fucking massive.
Yeah. It's because they fly slowly and silently so they don't miss. Because when they land on an enemy, the way they catch their prey, they land on them, and they just use their weight to just fucking kill it instantly. But if they ever miss, well, then it takes them a minute to get back up, and if they land in something wet, they can't fly, and they are basically dead. So
The
that's
only
that's part of the reason why they don't fly fast, or they can't fly
yeah,
fast.
the only reason we saw the one that we did was because when it landed on a branch in a tree and it knocked the snow down. So it drew our attention to it.
Mm-hmm.
No, a big, pretty, majestic creature. Anyway, big, pretty, majestic creature flying through the woods.
What do your owl eyes see?
What do your owl eyes see? I mean, Liv's right. It's
Roll
not
for
far. It's like
perception.
6 seconds of walking. If your owl chooses to go into the woods, then yeah, that's what we're doing.
That is the current thought.
Okay. Just confirming. I apologize.
No, it's okay.
I'm a little scatterbrained, I think. I apologize for that. Yeah. The first
Am I
thing
making
that
the perception roll.
does at sorry, it's up to 100 feet that you can see through the owl's eyes.
Yes.
Cool. The first thing that you would, or what kind of vision do owls have?
Dark vision 120.
Dark vision's grayscale.
It just says dark vision 120.
No, but dark vision is black and white.
Unless it says superior dark vision, then it is.
Yeah,
You
so
can
it's
see
just-
in shades of gray, but not in color.
Yeah, so grayscale.
Interesting. Your
Yes.
owl would make its way, your owl makes its way through the dense trees with the ease of an owl through trees. It's an owl. to find roughly around the area where Fermi pointed out to you. The source of the desecration is pretty obvious. It's a number of bodies that appear to have been there for some time. They're I'm trying to think of the way to describe how they're strewn about the trees. You don't find them just resting on the ground. It's not a pile. It's not an organized grouping of these 6 or 7 what appear to be elves.
Oh.
They appear to have been. I mean, there's not much better way to put it than just broken. There's not an obvious cause of death, as a lot of things are in the wrong places. Not places, shapes. Shapes. A lot of things are the wrong shapes. Things are bent the wrong ways, is what I'm saying.
Gotcha.
But they're hung in the branches of the trees. Sort of loosely, maybe not entirely intentionally. The strange thing about this, or I suppose a strange thing about this, because none of this is normal, is that from your owl's perspective, they seem to be glowing slightly.
Okay.
I have no further information for you, for your owl.
Okay.
Of the scene as it is. Your caribou pulling your cart is still trotting along.
Yeah.
What is now I've forgotten Caro's here it's in front of me. Marani. What does Marani look like while they're peering through the owl's eyes?
More or less just in like a meditative state, kind of like a trance.
Okay.
Eyes closed, basically like sitting still.
Neat. Can you communicate with? Just curious. Like, does it dictate that in the spell? Can you communicate with your companions while you're viewing through the owl?
He can choose which
Getting
senses
benefits
to give to the
during
owl.
this
Oh,
time.
cool.
During this time, you are deaf and blind with regard to my own senses.
Yeah. You
Okay.
can still talk though.
Yeah, so you
Yeah,
could describe. You just wouldn't be able to hear.
Yeah. So yeah, Marani would definitely be at least muttering what potential images they were seeing. He was seeing. Just something along the lines of what in the worlds could have even possibly happened here? The body's like twisted and then what in the world could have possibly done this to them? Counting, I believe you said 6, and then you said they appear to be faintly glowing. Correct.
That is correct.
I would feel like at this point, Marani would more or less return back to his own body, no longer sharing the senses with Aaron, and more or less commanding Aaron to return to the cart.
Can I
And
have
then
a? Do you have a stat block for your owl?
it's just the normal owl stat block, but yeah.
Can you make well? I guess it's a dex save. Can you make a dex save really quick
For owl or for
for owl?
okay. Dex save.
Solid. Okay. Um, your owl makes a little aerial maneuver to turn around and like head back. And is greeted with an arrow flying towards them. Like, what's that look like? Your owl dodging an arrow.
Is it coming from in front of it, behind it, like?
It's kind of like upwards and to the side.
Okay. Essentially, as Aaron's flying through, they can hear a very slight difference in the wind.
Mhm.
And they, with its sight, it just so happens to notice that there's something else flying through the air, approaching it at, kind of a quick speed, and it just kind of tugs its wings to shift its trajectory as it's flying through the air, essentially making the arrow fly right overhead of it.
The arrow it flies straight over your little owl and impacts the tree beside it with a thud. And your owl is able to just quickly get out of the woods. Again, it's not a far distance. It was like what, a 6-second walk?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. But once in the path, there doesn't seem to be any other attack on it.
And that poor motherfucker fired that arrow. Like, oh boy, he best be watching his back. Damaged a tree.
Did it though?
I don't know. Did it? I mean, you said it thunked into the tree.
That doesn't necessarily mean it's damaged it.
Oh.
Wait, what arrows are they using that don't penetrate trees?
Do you want to go get it?
No.
Okay. I don't know what you want from me then.
Okay.
So, do you
Okay.
tell us that there's people throwing arrows?
I was actually trying to figure out, because I mean, technically, it does say familiar can communicate with you telepathically. So I
Um, sorry.
would Aaron be able to actually, quote unquote, tell me that it got shot at or not?
I think familiars can speak the languages you speak, or at least like telepathically to you, they can.
Okay. Then yeah, Mirani would definitely inform the party that something just tried to attack my owl.
Oh. Oh no.
Don't know exactly what it was, but they were able to dodge it, and they're still okay. But it sounded as if it was something dull, possibly. It didn't sound like, according to the owl, it didn't sound like it was. It sounded like it kind of thudded against one of the trees.
That'd be a good way to put it. Yeah.
Okay, so I'm gonna vote that we pick up the pace. Who wants to be on Elf Watch?
Should probably leave that up to the familiar. I don't think any of us are going to be able to beat a bird's eye view.
I'm gonna look to Marani.
It is possible for me to have Aaron. Would it be better for Aaron to try to watch us overhead, or to basically sit on top of the wagon and scan the area around?
Somewhere around at this point, the owl, you notice, is sitting atop the wagon, and it just kind of like puffs itself up and gives a little hoot.
I mean, I can like do like a 360 vision, right? Like, and she motions this by like twisting her own head 360
Ah.
degrees.
Sorry. Oh,
The
I like
boys.
your slime.
Yeah.
I
No.
mean, it kind of looks up at Aaron. You are able to do that, yes? Maybe not completely, but something similar.
Or can owls move their heads? I don't actually know.
I mean, it's definitely not 360. The owl,
Okay, it's
kind of like looks down at you, and then like does a little like owl puff up shake kind of thing, and like demonstrates the
Range of motion.
range of motion. Thank you.
So owls can do 270 degrees or
I was about to say, I think
130.
it's 270.
Yeah, or 135 degrees in each direction.
That's wild.
That's fucking. Also,
That's
apparently, you can see. Apparently, if you were to look into
Yeah.
an owl's ear, you'd see the backside of their eyeball.
I've seen pictures of that. It's horrifying.
Yeah. It's kind of neat, though.
Yeah. I mean, point is, even if he can't do that, like, he could still, like, be practically on a swivel, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Just have him face behind us, and then just kind of like move his head like a sentry, and then we can just look. Then we can look forward.
I will instruct Aaron as to the current plan of how to have it as a sentry sitting atop the wagon.
We give it a gun, it just beeps every now and again.
And just, whoop.
Yeah, I'm just gonna like kind of like mush the caribou. It's like, all right, yeah, be careful and fast, please.
The caribou well, it behaves. It's a pack animal. It's used to this. It begins to trot forward, and slower than you'd like. It does pick up speed. Who wants to give a perception check? We could do a roll once in a while.
Are we only doing the one perception check? Or are we all rolling?
You could all roll.
Okay.
Anyone
The
paying
owl.
attention?
Does the owl need to roll too?
Yes, make the owl roll. The owl does have a stat log.
Give the owl. The owl's on alert, so give the owl a roll with advantage.
I was about to say, it does also have technically keen sight and hearing.
I can't give you double advantage,
No, that's fine.
so I will give you advantage.
The owl did not help.
Oh
Alright,
wow, man! Fuck the new reprint. They took that feature away from owls in the reprint.
What's
What?
that?
Keen hearing and sight.
Oh. Gross.
Oh, is it
That's
because they want to encourage people not to take owl?
It is okay. It is literally identical, except that it has slightly better perception and stealth, but it does not get advantage anymore, and it's just worse all the way around.
Damn.
Can't believe they nerfed owl.
Fucking sorry.
Fermi, you hear the rustling in the trees.
Oh no.
To the north. The north. seemingly moving away from you, though.
So I still have my detect evil and good. Yes.
I believe so.
Do I detect anything evil and or good other than the trees?
I don't believe so.
All right. So Fermi is going to shout in Elven, "Hey, we're not gonna hurt your trees. I promise. We didn't do anything wrong." And she's gonna hope that the Dalens speak the same Elvish as all of the other races on the planet. Because the High Elves and the Midnight Elves all speak the same Elvish, so she's hoping the Dalens speak the same Elvish as well.
Hmm.
Which I imagine they probably would.
Uh,
Elves aren't exactly creative when it comes to language.
yeah. There's a few moments of silence. Before there isn't. The sounds of the forest begin to return.
Is that a good sign? Did I make friends?
It's mostly like the chirping of small birds. After a bit, there's like the sound of like a squirrel jumping from a branch to the underbrush. I mean, some of those noises are a little concerning, seeing as it is fairly dark here, but hey, the animals here are used to it.
Hmm. She's going to just kind of like keep the things like, okay, so like maybe they bought it. But I think we should still keep on guard, yeah?
Yeah, that's probably for the best.
Your caribou continues to is a canter above a trot? I
Think
don't
so.
remember horse language. It's moving its a somewhat speed. The yeah, the forest passed by you. Um, it's just normal forest noises for a while.
And the desecration, that is long
Yes.
gone, yes?
Uh, well, it certainly hasn't followed you.
Okay, that's good.
Mhm.
So those bodies are glowing, yeah?
That is what I happen to see.
Is I mean, like, I know some. I mean, I know some like bioluminescent jellyfish, but I don't think they'd be this far inland. What would make someone glow like that?
Magic?
I mean, wouldn't I have been able to detect it if it was magic? All I detected was desecration, and that's usually takes a bit more than a few bodies.
I mean, can't magic also be used to desecrate things?
Usually necromancy, and usually necromancy bodies don't just, lay around.
Unrelated. I know Fermi is technically slime. Would that technically count as water?
Huh?
I said unrelated. Fermi is slime, right?
Yeah, she is a sentient sea slime. She is water-based, yes.
Okay. Hmm.
Like, her body is like 90% water by volume.
Are you just like a water balloon? Like, is it like a thin membrane on the outside of the water?
Kinda, yeah, but like it doesn't like pop or anything. It's like it's more like as if it's more like a cell wall than it is like a membrane. You know what I mean?
Like an Orby?
I don't know what that is.
You
It's
don't
a
know what
little thing
Orbeez
that
are?
No.
it's a thing that breaks your pipes.
Oh.
Okay.
I'm going to say yes then. I don't know. Like She is
They're
basic.
expandable plastic baubles.
She is. Yeah, like she is oceanic slime. She's majority water, and the slime part of her is a firm, membranous kind of film that gives her shape, because it's the skeleton that does that. It basically like keeps her all in one place, I guess. And it's a membrane that, like, if you were to cut it, it would seal behind it. That
So I
makes
do have
like a
one other
jelly.
question.
Yes.
So shape water no longer says that it can't be a living thing.
Oh no.
What?
Shape water. Choose an area of water you see within range that fits a 5-foot cube. Manipulate it in one of the following ways.
Well, okay. Good. Luckily, Fermi
She could just
is Fermi.
reconstitute herself.
Yeah, yeah. She has full control over her body, and also the skeleton gives her shape. But also, she's 5'5", so.
Well, I mean, fair, but I could technically target a specific limb. What I was going to do is
Mm-hmm.
one of the effects is you can change the color or opacity of the water
Mm-hmm.
and just show an example of, look, magic can be used to make things, glow / look different.
You do this. If you do this on her, she starts screaming. She's like, "Ah! Put it back! Put it back! Put it back!"
It's just an example.
Don't do that. Don't touch my water without permission.
I mean, technically, I don't have to touch.
I have a warhammer.
And I have a stick.
You have a D4 of hit dice. Don't test me.
Your banter goes on for some time back and forth as you continue to travel. The night moves on. The night continues. The moon rises. The sky is dark. Well, the what you can see of it, the thin sliver above this pathway. How long does your detect good and evil last? It's only a few minutes, isn't it?
Yeah, it's 10 minutes.
Okay. I believe that would probably have been up by now.
Probably.
Yeah. Regardless, I'm not sure that you need it. Again, the familiar sounds of the forest begin to they fade. It's not as sudden as it was the last time. But from some ways behind you, you can it's almost a wave of silence behind you. The more distant noises of animals in the underbrush or creatures in the trees, um, they vanish, and slowly the silence seems closer and closer. Your caribou, without prompting, seems to pick up on something and begins moving a bit faster.
Okay, so this is what we wanted. All right. Be careful, boy. Don't break any trees. Like, just very nervous slime sounds. Hey, oh god, I forgot your name again. I'm sorry, Kiro.
Marani.
Marani. All right. Hey, Marani, your owl doesn't see anything behind us, does he?
I mean, he's not notified us of anything as of yet.
Well, something's got the caribou spooked. And like, isn't this thing like a cousin of like that horrible monster that roams Kislan's breath? That one with like the big like tree trunks on its head, like a meese or something. Like, I mean, if my cousin
Oh,
could
silly.
if my cousin could knock over a golem like just with a flick of its head, I'd be pretty brave too. But like, this thing is scared.
Mm, I don't exactly know what you would like me to do about it at the
I don't
moment.
know, owl harder.
It's doing its job. Look at it up there.
Is Fermi driving? Who's driving?
Yeah, Fermi's driving. Yeah.
Fermi's driving. Owl is owling.
Yeah. What's Duval doing?
Owls. Well, I suppose the owl is owling. I was going to say Marani is owling. What's Duval doing? How's Duval feel?
Duval can't really do much because we're just running, to be honest. He know how to make thing. Making thing doesn't really help avoid tree.
Could make us like a little tree scoop. I don't know.
Liv, do you know what tree scoops are used for?
They're used to move branches and stuff out of the way.
They're meant for deforestation.
Oh. Okay, don't make one of
You-
those.
You scoop the branches out of the way after you take down the tree.
Alright, so don't make one of those then.
Yeah.
Yeah, Duval's skill set is not exactly good for this right now. So he is kind of just absorbing everything that's going on.
Gotcha.
I'm sorry if it feels like I'm not really interacting enough.
No, you're good.
You're
No
fine.
worries.
We just don't want you we just don't want to like leave you behind, you know.
Yeah, I just want to check in once in a while and see how you're doing. Marani, you are peering through the eyes of an owl?
No, not the moment.
Not yet?
No.
Okay. No, your owl does, at this point, make a little alert as, from the silence, it picks up, some rustling just within the underbrush at the, edges of either side of the road. Path, road, whatever.
Obviously, Ronnie will help to inform Duval and Fermi of the current
Mhm.
situation, that there is rustling going around on both sides of our little wagon here.
Do I like see anything like is this like a like are they like throwing down spike strips or something? Like are we about to get pulled over by the cops or something? Like is this a trap?
No, as you look back, look back for me, what you see is a canine dart into the pathway,
Like a dog?
and then another, and then several more, like a dog, somewhat like a dog, larger than a dog, more like a wolf, which is what it is.
You said this is behind us currently?
This is behind you.
Y'all see those wolves, right?
Indeed, I do. I mean, I could potentially do something about it.
I mean, it looks like they're running too. Like,
Are they running after us, or are they running away from something else?
well, they're moving parallel to us or something, right, Lennon? Or did I misunderstand?
They're
that?
behind you.
Yeah.
They would be following you.
I mean, they're following
Like
us.
they're chasing us.
Do they look aggressive or?
That's a good question. Do you have any? Do you have an animal skill that you could roll?
I do not.
A survival or an animal or something?
I have survival.
Handling or perception, but
Insight maybe could be good.
11.
Which one would you like?
We
Okay.
are being pulled by a caribou,
You are being pulled by a caribou.
and then it's a wolf.
It's more than one.
It's like a small pack.
Yeah. I'd say from what you would have caught in a glance of, maybe 6, maybe 5, maybe around there. Your survival skill, your survival check there, was an 11. Your current instincts about your survival training is that if you were being chased by a pack of wolves, that is probably bad.
How far back are they from us? Just curious.
That's a good question. How That makes me curious. I don't need an answer to this. It makes me curious if, like, how fast a wolf to a caribou is. I assume they're faster because they can take them down.
It's
Or
more
is that
of.
because pack tactics?
I think it's more of that they have much more endurance than
Is it?
a. I also believe like their intelligence is higher, so they often like cut
Yeah.
them off.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what I was kind of thinking. Huh. They'd probably be a bit away. Probably, I don't know. Let's say around 20, 30 feet. Like, not horribly far, but not on you.
I'm going to. Is there still rustling on the side of us, or has it all stopped because they're all chasing us on the path?
From what you can hear, it's from what you can hear, it's mostly the sound of the cart ricketing, and
know what, fair
ricketing,
enough.
is that a word?
It might be a word. I don't know.
Rickety cart noises
Well, what?
and the padding of dog feet.
I am going to cast web,
Ooh.
and
Oh.
trying to along the floor, along the route. I'm assuming that they are grouped up. Wow, I did not mean to bring that up, but I'm assuming
Yeah, they're
grouped up
fairly
close
fairly
enough.
close together. Yeah.
So that's going to need a dex save from all of them.
Hell yeah. I am going to go ahead and make like a collective save because that sounds fun to me. Well, you know what? I'm not gonna lie. I don't have a wolf sheet in front of me. I'm gonna just roll a straight d20 and make my decisions.
Well,
Oh
shit.
no.
Let's see. Stat block 5e, wolf. You would have gotten +2.
That's fine. I stay with where I'm at.
Yep. So did they all avoid it then?
Is the DC's 15?
Yeah.
Generally I've played that player wins ties.
Hmm.
Well, like I said, wolves have +2 to dex mod.
Yeah. So that's a 17.
Yeah. That's why I was like, did they all pass or?
Well, okay, undermine my call.
But we're just giving the wolves the actual stats they are. It's more fun when the dice decide.
I mean, the dice did decide. I was just playing more loosely. Okay.
Oh, okay. Okay.
Yeah, that's fine. If you would prefer to continue to be followed by a pack of wolves, that is all right.
I mean, this is up to the DM at this point.
Yeah. Fucking the DM throws you a softball and you're like, no, bring Barry Bonds out here.
Make us get chased.
Okay, if we're doing that, then is there a quick way to roll multiple d20 in this
Yeah, just /R and then
without it adding them all up,
well,
or
you
will it
just
display all of them individually?
Yeah, you just click the number and it'll show you all. I'll show you. Hang on.
Okay. Sorry, I'm just not used to being the doing the dice roll on the thing.
Yeah. And then you click the big
Jesus
number,
Christ.
and then it shows you all of the individual ones. You see?
I
Or sorry,
So
click
on,
the
click
yeah.
on 50.
Yeah, click on the 50.
I do see.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Okay, so that would mean DC's 15, right?
Yep.
Uh,
So
I'm just gonna take your roll because you rolled it for me.
Okay,
Is that fine?
that's fine.
I did say there's approximately five of them,
Oh,
5
shit.
to 6 of them. So we have
Okay.
the 15 I rolled plus the 5 you rolled. So that's 6 of them.
All right, so
Right?
yeah.
3 get stuck.
And then three of
Yes.
them are still freed. Yeah.
What's web look like? Tell me about this. You directly entrap 3 of the wolves. I like when people describe their own spells.
So yeah, so basically Mirani just starts, says a couple of little words under his breath and wiggles his fingies just a little bit, and then all of a sudden just a giant spider web appears along the trail underneath us. And 3 of the wolves, you
Oh,
can
neat.
see that they more or less fall down and into the webs itself. As the
So
other
almost
3,
like a sticky trap on the ground that they like run straight into.
Yep.
Oh, I like that.
As the other 3 either jump over it or just power right through it.
No, I think what happens is it's the leading 3 that run straight into this web as it materializes essentially just, like right in front of them. The back few are quick enough to like halt themselves and like do a quick turn and stop at seeing their leaders fall into this web. And they seem panicked. They don't want to be back there still. They don't risk running through the web, but they dart back sideways out to the underbrush on either side.
Did they abandon the one stuck in the web?
They do.
Would I be able to clock that as weird, or is that just like a normal thing that I would expect a wolf to do?
I mean, you can play your character's feelings about a thing however you want, but I feel like it comes across as weird.
Hey, yeah. So aren't wolves supposed to be like a cohesive family unit?
I mean, your guess would be as good as mine on this topic.
I don't know. It's just like maybe that means something here on the surface, but like, oh, my cousin Uzi got caught in a jellyfish colony once, and like we didn't leave him behind. We had to swim like 20 miles out into the trench, but we still got him out. Seems really weird to like just leave a member of your family and like just leave him for dead like that.
I'm getting the feeling we should not be here.
Yeah, because even the things that are supposed to be here are spooked.
Your caribou, yeah, is also still spooked and is moving at speed. Can I have an animal handling check as the pathway for the first time in quite some time
Ooh, that was
begins
almost a
to
1.
turn a bit.
Ah.
Oh boy. The pathway begins to turn and even bank slightly and then turn back, like it twists a bit.
Mhm.
And you're moving very quickly. A 22 is solid though. I assume you have handled a pack animal before.
Yes.
Yeah. I'm failing to describe a carriage going at speed. I apologize. You do hear a banging coming from from your trailer, from your crate behind you, as your ride becomes more bumpy as you make your way around these turns. Liv, can I have a quick perception?
Yes, you may. I don't have good perception, but
Okay. You are our driver.
oh no.
Jesus Christ.
Okay. Um, you race forward, and out of the corner of your eye, up ahead, you see light for a moment.
Light.
Mhm. Just just a quick flash in the woods to your side. Um, to the right side, again to the north. Uh, when you turn your head to try and get a better look, though, it's not quite where you saw it. Up ahead, there is a light. There's a break in the woods. The path turns sharply. Can I have an animal handling check?
Oh boy, another one. I don't think I'm gonna get that lucky twice. Ooh, 14.
Uh, can everybody make a dexterity save for me?
Oh
As
no.
For me, I will let you know though that you do see as you bank a corner as hard as you can with this caribou, and this trailer behind you. Uh, you did see a light up ahead. There is what appears to be a bridge with torches in front of it. Um,
Like, yeah. Yeah. So Mirani is the only person who it seems like he has a chance. Can I cast guidance on Mirani?
Absolutely.
So Mirani, you get to add. So like as we're kind of like flailing around, um, like a small for me, it's like making a small prayer. Like it's just like as it's just kind of like going, and as she bumps, just reaches out and just like puts her like arm on your forearm, and you just feel like you feel a bit more dexterous. Exactly 3 points more dexterous
I
for
love the
this
thought of
specific
you.
thing. Hmm?
You realize that you're losing control, and you just went in full like Jesus take the wheel and started doing a prayer.
Yeah, exactly. Well, no,
Oh,
she's
that's
like, okay,
amazing.
someone's gonna get out of this. Someone's gonna get out of this, and you look like you're the person that's like most likely to. So she's giving you the edge because let's be honest, she is a loose collection of seawater held up by bones. She's not exactly the most dexterous, and she's aware of that. The fact that she has fingers is a miracle.
As you bank the curve, you all Fermi, you lose grip of the reins.
Mm-hmm.
Duval, where like I've been imagining this as like an open carriage. You're Are you in like the front kind of portion or the back? That's
I imagine the
Yeah.
back because our cleric is, I imagine, in the passenger seat.
Okay. So Fermi and our wizard are in the front,
Mm-hmm.
Think
and
so.
then you're in the back. Okay. So Duval gets thrown to the side against from one side to the other of the back of the carriage. As the carriage almost like tips towards its side. Fermi, you lose. What was yours? Yours was pretty good actually. You lose the reins, but you managed to like hold your position pretty well. Oh, sorry. Am I looking at the wrong one? That was your animal handling, not your dex throw.
Yeah. I
Yeah,
got
your
a
dex
I
throw is
got a
terrible. No, you're
me
you're in
and
trouble.
me and Duval got a 3,
Yeah,
and
I apologize. I just
Mir-
looked at the wrong number.
yeah, and Mirani got a 16.
No, Morani is Morani's the one who's solid. Morani is
And the owl
thanks to your
got a
help.
6.
The I mean, I assume the owl is like. Would the owl just stay put? I would assume the owl would take flight, hey?
Yeah, probably.
But it's probably thrown off more than leaves willingly. For Marani, you are able to hold on to your position in this cart. You're the only one who is within reach of the reins. You guys are. What is the term for when a vehicle is on like only 2 wheels on its side, but not all the way over? There's a word for that when you do
That's
that.
a good. Hang on, let me ask the car guy behind me. Fine.
Like when you ramp half the car only, isn't there a term for that?
That's your.
Two-wheeling.
What's it called when a car is like about ready to roll over and it's like skidding forward on like 2 of the 4 wheels? I think my car guy is broken.
I swear it might not be like a car thing. It might be like a stunt term.
Careening, according to Genie.
Sure, that works. Regardless, what's your quick thinking say you should do, Morani?
You're saying this is at the moment the wagon is like whipping around a curve and about to tip.
Yes.
I mean, is there anything I could technically do to stop it in terms of?
Well, beside you, Furby dropped the reins, which are still attached to the caribou, even if the caribou is still spooked. You're also a wizard. I would assume that wizards are wizards.
It's just more so like, what am I going to do in this specific situation here? Because like, even if Marani grabbed onto the reins, it wouldn't help to right the caravan.
Fair.
Hmm. You know what? Another kind of weird but stupid thought might work.
What's that? Give me what you got.
How? Let me ask you this real quick.
Hell yeah.
If Marani does nothing, is the cart going to tip over and fall?
That's I want to say yeah. I want to say yeah.
It's called
Okay.
skiing, apparently.
Oh hell yeah.
Hey,
Thank
so
you,
guess
Genie.
what? Marani is just gonna cast web again.
Oh hell
to
yeah.
stop the caribou, but also try to prevent the tipping of the cart.
That's pretty cool. How are you aiming this to do that?
Let's see, that's where I'm trying. Because, like, I could technically use a tree, but at the same time, let's see. So I'm trying to decide if I just hit the ground again, obviously that could technically stop the caribou, and it would slow down the wheels. But if we're already like halfway tipped, I should probably aim for the underside of the carriage and the ground. So we will do that. Essentially, just filling the gap between the bottom of the caravan and then the ground with web to help
Cool.
just give it stability and slow down.
Sweet. I know this isn't how it would normally work because it's a save, right? This is a careening carriage.
Hmm.
Would you like to make like a skill type roll instead? Like just like I wanted to say like a luck roll, like a flat d20 type roll, and then convince me if you have a stat that would help you aim this. But this is a careening carriage; it doesn't have a dex value.
You know what? Fair. So just a
Let's
flat
improvise.
d20.
Yeah, do a d20, and if you have a stat that you think would work, tell me what you think it is, and we'll run with it.
It would definitely have to be acrobatics, I would assume. Just because, in this current situation, everybody's kind of getting thrown around.
Oh, I like that. Like it's like acrobatics like holds yourself steady and aim this. Like
Yeah,
I love that.
that would be my thought.
Sure, give me a
Flat
really weird
d20.
roll. Go for it.
Am I adding acrobatics
Hell yeah.
mod or not?
Mod, yeah.
Okay, so just a normal acrobatics roll then.
Sure, go for it.
Okay. Dirty 20.
Hell yeah. Um, and you're aiming this directly under the carriage, yes? To
Yeah.
clarify,
Yeah.
just to make sure. Cool. You do. Your spell goes off without a hitch. You just cast it earlier. You know exactly the words you need to say. You know the motions you need to make. You know the components that go into it. A orb of web comes into existence as you will it underneath the carriage. And can you make me one more dex save, Marani? I'm sorry, the other two of you
Oh, you're
are
fine.
thrown clear as you are stopped and tipped forward. What does it look like as this carriage literally tips onto its front? In that,
From the sudden breaking, essentially.
yeah, in that that's a good roll. You're fine. You make it out of this. I can't call it anything else but a crash. In a way that the other two haven't. The other two have been thrown clear as they were completely unprepared. What do you do? How do you walk away from this perfectly fine? You were just in the midst of casting a spell when this suddenly lurches forward.
Essentially bracing, knowing that the sudden stop is going to be coming, Marani braces one of his legs up towards the front of the carriage.
Mm-hmm.
Just helps prepare for the sudden jerking. Would it also be possible to reach out and grab the reins to help slow the caribou? To
Yeah,
pull back
sure.
on the rein too.
With that dex throw, sure, you can definitely pull the caribou to a stop.
Because we kind of need to get the other two back now.
Yeah. Well, they're not thrown far. They're with you guys kind of get like launched a handful of feet and tumble to the ground, the pathway in front of you.
I'm a puddle.
The largest problem here is that as the well, I think it's the largest problem. You guys can make your own decisions. The carriage, as it lurches forward, the hitch for the trailer snaps.
Oh,
Um, leaving your prisoner, your crate, your box, your kind of job and payment uh to continue moving. Momentum as it happens to exist pushes it forward towards. Sorry, I apologize. Did I make the setting clear enough? This I think I forgot an explanation. As you come across this corner, as you come to this corner, you see that the other edge of this road is not the woods. This is a gorge.
oh, oh no.
That's not good.
No, a canyon, like a valley, a
Yeah.
cliff.
That's not good.
Yeah. Uh, the box clatters down the hillside into the fog below.
Well,
So, Fermi getting knocked aside, like she is a puddle. Like Greg's bones are scattered a little bit, but like there's like a
Oh.
bit of like goo on each one, so it just kind of all like reforms, like. And she's just kind of like holding her head, like, ow. Hey, didn't we have two things we were getting pulled?
I mean, yes. The other one kind of went down there. As Marani points towards the now clearly visible gorge.
Oh. Wait, we were taking it to be executed, right? Think they'll give us a pass?
I mean, we can attempt, but they probably would have wanted to either do it themselves or have proof.
I mean, like, maybe, like, if we get, like, proof that it died on when it hit the ground?
How are we supposed to do that?
I don't know, like, maybe, like, we could take, like, maybe if we find where it landed, we can take its head, I guess?
Speaking of landed, your owl joins you, what's your name? Mirani?
Mirani.
Mirani. I lost it again. I'm sorry.
We
You're
will
fine.
remember this name exactly at the end of this one shot where we
I
don't
was
need
about
it
to say
anymore.
it's a one shot. It's gonna be too late. But you said owl rejoins.
Yes, I was just letting you know that your owl's there.
Okay. I mean, I could send Aaron down there to potentially see if the box is still together, but I
mean,
can't exactly tell how deep that is.
I mean, we'd still need to go down and get, like, proof that the thing died. We gotta go down there anyway. Oh, this sucks. And she kind of, like, sidles over to the edge of the gourd and... The gourd? The gorge. And, like, peers over. Like, can I see the bottom?
Um, I mean, unfortunately, no. At first glance, like, well, you can make a perception if you would like to, but I will tell you that peering down, it is thick fog at the bottom of this valley, canyon, gorge.
I'm going to pull out the candle that I lit initially, like back at the start of the thing. I wouldn't
Ooh.
have burned the whole thing.
Yeah.
I'm gonna light it and
Yeah.
I'm gonna throw it down and see like where the
Oh.
light stops.
Oh, neat. That's really fun. You do so. I don't think you need a check to throw a candle into a gorge.
No.
I would hope not.
The you light your candle and you kind of like lob it into the where the box looks like it roughly went.
Yeah.
And you hear almost a faint, not quite a whistle. You hear something whip through the air. Is the best way to describe it. You hear the sound of wind and movement and speed.
Oh.
And your candle's gone just immediately out of the air. As you hear a thud behind you on the pathway.
My head is just gonna rotate like 360 to like look like what that thud was.
It's your candle, pierced by an arrow.
Oh.
Hello.
Oh, that's not
beautiful.
good. I'm gonna inspect the arrow and see if maybe I can get my candle back. My candle still lit, or is it out?
It's out at this point.
Okay.
Right.
Yeah, I wanna look at the arrow and see if I can get my candle back, or if my candle is like destroyed.
Sure. Your candle's wax, I assume.
Yeah.
It's got a hole through it,
Okay.
but
It's
I'm
like,
sure you could repair it if you tried to.
or I mean, it's just gotta do light, so
Sorry.
it's just gotta do light, so.
Well, it's not lit. It looks like a workable candle currently.
Yeah. So that's what I'm saying.
Other
Like,
than
so,
a hole in it.
so
Yeah.
long as it has a functioning wick and some wax left, it's fine.
Absolutely. You have enough for it to function as it's supposed to. The arrow is interesting though. I'm not sure if you've seen an arrow like this before. It looks almost it's almost like a brighter green color, like a sapling.
Mm-hmm.
And honestly, like the texture of it feels much like a sapling. The fletching on it is just appears to be just leaves where feathers would be.
Mm-hmm.
And the whole thing just like one piece, as it were.
Oh, I see.
Almost if this somebody had like launched a twig at you.
Hello.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. What? 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 What are you giggling about?
One piece.
One piece?
Lennon said one piece.
Oh my
Dang it.
god.
It's these days.
I'm sorry, Lennon.
The One Piece! The One Piece is real! Oh my god, okay.
Sorry,
Ah.
continue.
So it's like, so this arrow looks like it's just kind of like slurped into the tree, like it's it's a branch.
Yeah, it basically just looks like a twig, like a almost like a freshly grown like branch.
Oh. Oh, well, that's horrific. Gotta like look to the others, be like, okay, so I'm pretty sure there's elves down there. So I'm okay not
Oh,
getting
no.
paid if I get out of here alive.
Fermi, I will give you this much for
Mhm.
free. You've been in combat before. You know how to tell where an arrow came from.
Uh-huh.
Roughly, at least. That
Yeah.
trajectory is not from down.
But how did my candle get?
Oh, your candle didn't make it that far.
Oh, like they just basically like yoinked it like right out of my hand, basically.
Like the second it left your hand.
Oh. Alright, bad news. I'm correcting myself. There are elves up here. And like she kinda like her draws her warhammer and like she's kind of like scanning the tree line.
I mentioned before that there was lights ahead.
Mm-hmm.
Would y'all like a depiction of such?
Yes.
The gorge kind of the path would twist up around a corner further along as well, up to the edge of the gorge where there is a bridge. Or there was a bridge. There was a bridge.
But not anymore.
Now there is trees, strange trees.
Mm-hmm.
That I suppose you could also call a bridge.
I see.
Oh. Oh.
But roughly from where you are, before the twist in the road that would bring you up to this is kind of ahead in the gorge. And roughly the direction that Fermi's arrow would have come from.
Okay, so behind us we have animals running away from something, and ahead of us we have elves. I'm out of ideas.
Speaking of behind you, I feel like we make a lot of perception checks, but that's kind of the vibe tonight. I mean, there is also passive perception. You guys, who's particularly alert right now? Who's on the lookout?
I mean, I did say that Fermi was like scanning the tree line, but that I'm gonna wait
Yeah.
for the others to. What's y'all's deal?
Perception isn't exactly my character's forte.
Okay.
I have a 13 passive.
13 passive? Okay. And you're scanning the tree line ahead up where the bridge is, or?
Yeah, like, well, she's kind of like just got her head literally on a swivel, like, cause
Oh,
she
right, because
she
you can do that.
I can do that, yeah.
Yep. Yeah, sure. Give me just a perception check. I'd love that.
That's a 19.
Hell yeah. It's not anything that you see that's the concern. It's the lack of sound that drops around you again.
Oh.
The lights ahead at the bridge, the torches that seem to mark its entrance, you see them vanish. And Fermi, you kind of notice as you're looking ahead at the bridge as those lights vanish that at your feet, you can see your own shadow.
Uh-huh. I'm just gonna very, very slowly turn my head to look behind me for the source of light.
There is the slightest glow in the forest behind you. And it's just still, it's maybe 6 feet up. And then you notice another spot, slightly different, slightly brighter, and then it vanishes and reappears. I have another image for you, if you would like to see what you can see.
Okay.
Yes.
Oh. Oh.
I see.
Oh no.
Hmm.
As the person that made this world, I have a good idea what this is. As for me, she has no goddamn idea what that is. But it looks spooky.
And just to refresh, this is from the forward direction, or is this what
from
we're
behind
noticing
us.
behind us?
This is from the opposite side of the gorge. So this is like behind you, yes.
Mm-hmm. Okay, everyone. Crazy idea. We have elves in front of us. That behind us. That gorge is looking pretty appetizing right now.
Yeah, no, I'm kind of down for the gorge.
And like, as much as I kind of don't care about money right now, because everything around us, that also seemed to have both money and life in it. So I say we go to the gorge.
Yeah, no, I am like right there with you. And Fermi is already like running towards the gorge. And as she runs, as she's like assuming that y'all are following her. Right? Like she is flight or fight right now. As she goes, she's going to cast Create or Destroy Water as she's falling. And she's going to basically use the water created from it to cushion her fall. Like she's going to Minecraft bucket.
Minecraft bucket.
Minecraft bucket. So yeah, so she's going to so she's gonna just summon 10 gallons of water directly below her as she's like about to hit the ground.
I mean, you're liquid, so that would probably work very well.
No.
I mean,
You
water
just
does
push
cushion
into it.
falls, period.
Yeah.
The only unfortunate thing is unless there is like a divot for this to form a pool, it's going to like scatter practically immediately. So it's only really good for me.
Yeah.
And also like I am made of water, so like I don't actually know how well that would work for a tiefling made of crystal and a half elf.
Yeah.
Ah,
How
you're
is our-
you're
how
level
is our
5. I'm
half-elf?
sure you've got slow fall.
That might be helpful.
Yeah. So Fermi has jumped and like Minecraft bucketed to the bottom.
Man, probably would have been helpful to know that was going to be the option.
I don't even know if that would like I literally physics wise, I don't know if that would work for someone who's solid.
Probably not. It'd still feel like hitting concrete, depending on
Yeah.
how deep the gorge is.
Yeah, speaking of Lennon, just how deep is this gorge?
You didn't get a good measurement of it as the candle was shot out of the air. There's a layer of fog at the bottom. So far, you've only seen fog that is, I don't know, maybe a couple inches thick. So from where you are to the fog is, I'm going to say, a livable distance. It's just if you trust fog cover. You could wait for Fermi to hit it.
I could. Duval's a little, not that smart. So I will jump down, use a racial spell to coat myself and, like, make my rubies glow as they harden, and just take the plunge.
Neat.
So bear in mind, because as a racial spell, you upcast it to level 2, so you're actually getting 10. Yeah.
Alright, so that's 49 hit points then.
Mhm.
Okay.
Cool. How's our wizard?
You
I
know,
believe you're the last one up here, other than you and the owl.
He is, yeah.
and the caribou.
Fuck the caribou.
Oh, and the caribou. Yeah. Uh, how's your dark vision? Do elves have dark vision?
They do.
I have dark vision 60.
Okay. Then it's dark. That's my only point. It's dark.
I mean, there is technically one thing I could do, but it would burn a spell slot.
You have the thing where you can get a spell slot back over short rest.
Yeah. Yeah.
You see the lights in the woods kind of shift and almost I would be hesitant to call it a slither, but that is almost accurate in the
Oh.
way that it moves.
Almost accurate.
Are they moving like synchronized? Like it's on one head, or is it like one
The
set of
lights
lights moves than the other?
the lights do appear to be synchronized in some way. There appears to be, well, as to make it simple instead of being vague and making you do brain work. It has a head, and then there is another light behind it that seems to trail along.
Hmm.
But it does appear to be moving closer.
This is super triumphant music going on my stream right now.
Is it-
Like,
Nah.
would the owl technically be able to see it, quote unquote, better because dark vision 120?
I think it would be in the same. You'd have the same kind. Like, that's just the range, right?
Yeah, like
So-
is it within 60 or is it?
It's. I would say it's within 60. You both have the same kind of vision of this creature.
I'm just gonna cast invisibility on myself.
Hell yeah.
the other valid option. Fuck it, you all can't see me.
Yeah, just gonna cast
Motherfucker shadow
invisibility on
melded.
myself. And I don't know, debating on like slowly traversing down or trying to see what this thing is.
So those are two different things.
Yeah, I know.
You gotta give me one of them. The caribou. The caribou
After-
beside you is, unfortunately, slightly entrapped at this point. It has gotten one of its hoofs stuck in some of the webbing that was under the cart.
The webbing would have been gone because concentration.
Oh, is it? Good. Okay, sure.
Because now I have to concentrate on invis.
Okay, then retcon. The cart has entrapped our creature.
But
Say cart broken piece of cart has caught leg of caribou. There you go.
gotcha.
Oh, you just gonna jump
After
on the
going
caribou and take
invisible.
off?
No. After going invisible, Mirani's going to like quietly, quote unquote, shift over about maybe 5 to 10 feet to the side and try to see if the lights track the movement or not.
Okay. That's cool. They
By the way, owl is in the air,
of
not
course.
just sitting on me.
Where previously the what you would assume is a head, the sets of lights or such that you would assume are the front of the creature Well, previously they were kind of following along with you when you
Before I went
vanish,
invisible.
when you disappear, when you go invisible. It just seems to blink once or twice, and then its attention shifts over to the caribou. You see the light that seemed to be trailing behind it fade. And the creature slowly creeps forward towards the edge of the woods. Um. Oh, well,
Oh,
I
you
mean,
shared
you
the
can have
whole
all of
thing.
it now anyway. Yeah, we're there anyway. Uh,
Oh,
let me. There you go. That's the
oh,
one.
oh no.
Oh,
Morani, you see a quite large, from, I would say from head to, you'd guess if it uncurled its tail, um, maybe a 20-foot creature. It's 6 stag-like legs, weird, nimble, grasping arms. And honestly, a head that reminds me of a mouse. I don't know why. But a strange creature. A very strange creature. Um,
Mm.
I feel like I'm amiss to mention to not mention the large, bulbous, pincer at the end of its tail.
Yep.
Which, as it creeps out of I can't say underbrush. It's much too large to be in the underbrush. It just creeps out of the woods.
The overbrush.
Um, the overbrush, nearly the canopy. Uh, Liv, what did we say? How tall would this thing be?
Oh.
Like 8-ish feet
I
at
mean,
the
that would
tip of
make
its.
sense if it was like at its full height. Yeah, like that would make sense.
Yeah, 8-ish feet, 20 feet long. Um,
Oh yeah, no, I do remember it's 20 foot long because it on a battle map it's 2 large tokens in a line.
yeah. Um,
Oh.
it again. It doesn't so much slither as it scuttles,
Skitter.
skitters.
I mean
It's too
skitter.
big to skitter.
Yeah, that's true. Well, it's like skitter but uppercase.
All caps.
All caps skitter.
All caps Skitter.
Um, and kind of like swiftly moves towards the caribou, raising its tail into the air. You see a glow, like the tip of its tail begins to glow. It almost like swells with light. Would you like to do anything, Rani?
Hmm. Hmm. This is a big question. The eyes themselves are not like flames, they're just glowing, right?
They're not so much glowing as they reflect every bit of light that is around you.
Okay. I'm doing a big dumb. You can't cast spells if concentrating, right? Or else break concentration.
You can't cast concentration spells.
Okay.
Oh wait, hang on. Invisibility ends for the target that if the target attacks or casts a spell. So
Yeah.
yeah, invisibility specifically. Oh boy.
Could do something really dumb. Could do something not as dumb. Mm. You know what? Let's do something dumb. Marani is going to stealthily position himself towards the edge of the gorge
Hell yeah.
and pretty much right underneath the creature. Fuck you, tidal wave.
Oh wow. Okay.
4d8
But
bludgeoning damage. Jesus.
It's a fucking fireball alternative, love.
Yeah, pretty
I've
much.
never seen it, but
Except it's a
also
wall.
I use fireball, so
Yeah.
Huh.
objective updated. Survive.
Yeah, pretty much. I could have used fireball, but I didn't have it prepared.
Okay, so it's a deck save.
Uh, yes. I'm questioning whether or not I want to do something first, though.
Pitch
We're
me
not
the
gonna do
idea.
it.
No.
We're not gonna do
Okay.
it just because it has a stinger. So brain is thinking stinger means it has venom and or poison and is probably resistant. So yeah, we're just gonna do tidal wave.
Cool.
And after the wave spreads out, basically I'm riding the water down into the gorge.
Oh
yeah.
my god.
That is great.
Just whip out the magic surfboard.
More or less. What else am I supposed to do?
How quickly do you do that? Do you just well you're riding the wave down, so it's pretty immediate, right?
Yeah, more or less.
Okay, cool. I'm gonna make a roll back here.
I guess I could technically try to shape water as I'm falling, or as I'm riding the water, but that's not going to slow it down.
Oh hell yeah.
enough.
The creature as it's hit with the wave, um it's caught off guard as it was just bringing its pincer
Stinger.
stinger combination device. As you're casting your spell, it brings the stinger down into the caribou. The wave hitting it off guard, sending it off balance.
Just for the hell of it. There you go.
Hell yeah.
I don't know if you're going to keep track, but there you go.
Oh, I'm gonna keep track. You go down the gorge, canyon, whatever. Friends,
I guess technically I need to do this too.
would you be so kind as to give me a session 2?
I'm down for session 2.
Ouch.
Why is this about halfway done?
We got a bit.
Hmm.
I can fit a session 2 happily.
Okay.
Just
It
like,
is about
It-
11, which is where we normally stop.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm just imagining, just in all of our visions, just like a little dialogue box appears like in the top middle of our script of our vision and just says objective updated. 5.
Survive.
I know what this thing is. I do not think we stand a chance.
The last thing Mirani would see is like the we could call it venom being injected into your poor caribou. Kind of swelling it with light.
Mm.
Yeah, I would like to end there.
Oh, oh boy.
How are we doing?
Lennon, I didn't
think
know
we're
what
doing good.
monster you were throwing at us until I saw the eyes. Oh no.
I think it's got good eyes.
I will say, Marani, not feeling real great.
Oh.
Kind of failed his deck save to his own tidal wave, but you know,
Oh, jeez.
I had to make it too. Each creature.
I mean, hey, at least they got you down, hey?
Yeah, I guess.
Well, yeah, we'll pick up next time, assuming y'all will join me for another one.
Yeah.
Well, actually, I guess I didn't have to do it because I could focus it on the creature and then just ride the water.
Yeah.
If I don't target the area I'm in, I just ride the water after it disperses. Boop.
Yeah, we can pick up with how you guys are faring at the bottom of the Canyon Valley Gorge, whatever. Next time, if you would so be interested in doing.
Yeah. So
Man, I really should have tried to sketch that creature.
so Monday after next then?
Yeah.
Because I know Kiro, you work every other Monday.
Yeah, it sucks.
Do you know you go for that?
I should be like what next Monday?
Not
Not
next Monday.
this.
Monday after. Like on the not the 4th,
On the
the
11th.
11th.
Yeah, I should be good.
Oh,
Okay.
um, any notes, concerns, fun point you guys enjoyed?
We did have like a few
The water's
snags
been
here
fun.
and there,
Yeah.
like sometimes the pacing did kind of hit, but like other than that, I think that was really good. Like Lennon, you sell yourself short. I think you need to be more
Oh,
confident in your DMing because this was really good.
I think I'm just a little out of practice, to be
Yeah.
honest.
I was not ready. I was not ready for the Maljack.
Liv, you
Mhm.
kind of only have yourself to blame.
Why? Because I
Well, let me make
decided.
a monster.
Huh?
You have a really bad tendency of making infinite amounts of TPK creatures.
No. Okay, so the way when
You
I'm
Liv, you can't say that because you've literally told me that you have a book full of creatures that you pick out when you want to kill a party.
Okay. There's a reason for that though. When I'm making a setting.
I know there's a reason. I know there's a reason.
Yeah.
But it's created some really bad habits.
No, when I'm making a monster, I want to start with the baddest motherfuckers so I can start working down from there. Like I want the benchmark of, right, this is the roughest it will ever get, and then work down from there. It actually when me and Lennon made the life and death cultists, we kind of had a whoopsie where they're a little too weak and I need to buff them because they're all the way down at 1/8 CR and they feel like 1/16 CR.
Okay.
Yeah, so like that there's a method to my madness on that one. I gotta work my way down the CRs. And thank you for the follow. It's your boy Doggo. I hope you enjoy your stay. We are about to end though, but I don't know. I hope I wasn't like domineering the thing with Fermi. I'm sorry. I don't get to play super often in a stream setting.
I didn't mind at all.
Yeah, no, you're fine.
I love her so much. I want to play her more.
Yeah, well,
I am
hopefully,
did Marani see this thing go prone? Like if it failed the save or no?
Yeah, you know that you were successful in what you did.
Okay.
It would have been like literally like the last thing you see is this thing injecting your unfortunate steed, and then being hit by the wave and being knocked
broke.
back by it.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
So we gotta fucking run then. Because you just pissed it off.
Yep. Well, yeah.
Oh no. Alright, well, does anyone have anything to shill? Before we head out?
Sure, if I may.
Yeah, go for it.
Hi guys, my name is Lennon Burrows of the Goblin Burrows. That's where I'm from, the Goblin Burrows. I have been your DM tonight. Thank you for being here. I hope I was satisfactory. I have a thing next month. It's almost next month already. On November 13th, I am doing my streamiversary over on my channel. Come check it out. There'll be stuff. I don't know what it is yet. There you go. That's it.
Okay.
Alright,
Anyone else? We good?
Hello. I stream occasionally. I'm trying to get back to a better schedule. I am looking forward to streaming this weekend because Monster Hunter Wilds beta.
God, it's only on PS5. I'm gonna burn your house down.
It comes to PC and stuff on the 30th.
Oh. Well, shit.
Yeah.
I'm poor. Damn.
No, it hasn't come to PC. Bloodborne.
You're
right. Well, yeah, PS5, Xbox Series X, and Steam starts on the 31st, starts Halloween, and goes to November 3rd.
Yeah.
So that's what I'm going to be doing this weekend.
Yeah. Alright. Hey, Zeno, when are you debuting?
When I don't have literally a million things going on at the same time.
Fair. Alright, as for me, tomorrow, Lennon, you and I are playing Project Zomboid. I will get you a mod list, or I will try to.
Oh hell yeah, get that to me tonight and I'll install it first thing.
Yeah, I think like the main thing is it's Britta's gun pack. I think that's like really the only mandatory one.
Worst case scenario is I make you play vanilla.
Yeah. I mean, to be fair, vanilla Zomboid is really good, so it's fine.
Okay. Well, we'll get it worked out.
Yeah, we'll get it worked out. But yes, that is all I can think of right now. Oh yeah, I've got the final session of my Grave Robber's Guide mini campaign on Thursday. They are in the City of the Dead in the abandoned castle, and they're trying to save. Are they bad enough dudes to save the president from the cult of life and death? Find out Thursday at 4 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. But other than that, that's all I got. So, oh yeah, also, I'm part of a stream team now. I've been sitting on this for a while. Elysian Legends, a LGBT and trans positive stream team that's, about like mutual support and just, not being dicks. We're gonna raid one of the other founding members, one of the other big bosses. It's gonna be It Takes All Grinds. That's Grinds the Alchemist. She is playing D&D, and also doing Grave Robber's Guide stuff. Apparently, one of the developers is in her chat. Or so, hey, if you like Grave Robber's Guide from my stuff, I guess ask them for more corpse mimics. That's my favorite one. But yes, I will see y'all tomorrow in the afternoon. Bye-bye.
Bye.